Welcome and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, world. Good morning, wherever in the world you are reaching out. So you're connecting to this mentorship program. It's your regular coach and host of this amazing program, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. Let's get it into heat as we're about to switch over the curtain to get into today's mindset mentorship class. Ladies and gentlemen, just to build up on our weekly teaching series on focus on the now and not your past. Focus on the now and not your past. And it's been quite interesting when we started from Monday and Tuesday, and today is Wednesday. So we're going to be building up on where we stopped yesterday on confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, confidence is everything. The reason why most people can't really focus into their now or to focus into what they are experiencing at the moment is because they lack that self-confidence. They still believe that, their past, their past is the best moment of their life. So whereby, they don't have the confidence, they don't have that, that strength to be able to get through this past of their lives. So thereby, they are just held down from reaching out to the best of their potential, the best of their ability. Now, one of the things I want us to know this morning is that, we need to focus more. And how do we focus more? I'm going to be talking about the shark mentality. You see, when I learned about the shark mentality, I was like, is it possible or is it not possible? Now, what's the shark mentality? It is impossible for a shark to swim backward. Every time a shark attempts swimming backward, it means that the shark is going to die. Can you imagine that? It means that the shark is going to die. So in order for the shark not to die, the shark has to constantly maintain, swimming forward. What makes the sharks to swim forward? First, maybe the prey, the food, the focus, the journey, the destination where the shark aimed to get to. All right. So the shark mentality is some of the things that we can also imbibe as humans. Then we decide to say, you know what? I won't never try to swim backward. I will always want to swim forward. I will always want to, keep going. And that's why I love the iconic Johnny Walker. It said Johnny Walker keep on going. He kept on working. He kept on working. He kept on working. Now, he kept on working, and that is why you can see the brand everywhere. They keep on doing something amazing. They keep on redefining something new. Now, okay, for example, let's also look at the light of the mobile device company we are so used to, Samsung, iPhone, Why do you think they keep on doing something to keep up with the trend? Why do you think? It was being showed. In fact, let me tell you why. There was this interview by this particular media company. That interview, it involves the owner of Nokia. And they asked him, where did he got it wrong? How were they able not to, know what happened? How come we're not hearing about Nokia like we heard about, Samsung, we heard about, iPhone and the rest of them? And this man said, he wish he knew. He also reflected that it was their own mistake, and he admitted that it was his own mistake for not being able to keep up with the trend, for not being able to do some merging, do some, competing. And guess what? He accepted the blame. In an open live interview, this man, busted into tears and he started crying. He knew that he was old enough. He thought that they were the giant. Now, why did this other company, keep, becoming the household name? Is because they were not looking at what they have been able to achieve. Sometimes I wonder the difference between iPhone 13 and iPhone 12 is not different. It's just maybe a little different. Maybe the operating system, they just added some, software, things to make it better. Now, what if these guys has kept to their own, old invention, old products? Would they have been able to achieve and become the household name they have right now? So this is a typical example of why most of us, we kept on holding on to our past. Your past will not make you to reach out to something good out there. So why do you have to focus on your past? Your past is gone. If you know you're the biggest fish in the pond, you might want to change the circle of your friends. Sometimes the association that we find ourselves, as a matter of fact, that is one of the major causes of why our lives are not getting better. Sometimes the association, the people who associate with, who are the people you are being surrounded by? Who are the people that you are being mentored by? Who are your associates? Who do you talk to? Who do you listen to? Can you imagine you being in the midst of 5 people that are successful and you are the number 6 person? Now, what becomes of you, ladies and gentlemen? You're going to be the next person to join the league. Can you imagine you doing it the other way, being around 5 unsuccessful people? Now, what happened to you? You're going to join them. So you can see how your association, the people you associate with, matters and determines where your life or how your life turned out around to be. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very challenging life. Life comes with its own challenge. And I can tell you, as life is coming with its own challenge, it comes with its own blessing too at the same time. Every moment of adversity in your life, I want you to know it comes with blessing and it comes with some lessons. Every moment of adversity in your life comes with some sort of blessings and comes with some sort of lessons. Now, the question is, you need to first hold on to one thing first, the lessons. Without the lessons, you're not going to be able to see the blessings. The lessons comes first before the blessings emanate. So you have to be able to hold on to the lessons. What have I learned in my past life? Or if I do something that didn't work out for me, maybe perhaps I had that thing working for me. Now, the question is that this is reality. Reality is the life. The reality is what you see. Reality is your present stat. Reality is what you have in your account. Reality are the assets you have. Reality is what you don't have that you aspire to have. Reality is what you're faced with every single day, every moment of your life. Reality is you looking and watching and being on this program or listening or watching this video. Reality is what is catching up on you. So what is your own moment of reality? So if you have your own moment of reality, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is that what are you doing with that moment? Are you maximizing it? Are you making the most of that time? Now, if the question is not, that means you probably are still living in that your old fallacy, in your old, life. And that thing is not going to help you. So I want to encourage you to first imbibe the shark mentality. The shark mentality requires that the shark must keep swimming forward. The moment the shark decides to swim backward, the shark dies. Ladies and gentlemen, what you focus on expands. What you don't focus on dies. It shrinks. So it's just like you focusing. If you focus on your now, what happened is that you keep seeing breakthrough. You keep seeing, open doors. You keep seeing opportunities. You keep seeing possibilities. You keep seeing, favor. But if you were still looking and you still, closing up and thinking that your past is the best of life, what happened is that you are not living in reality. You are living in the denial of now. Right? You don't want to find yourself. You don't want to be caught short in that area. So we've been able to identify few key elements or points that could help us in order for us not to be able to still live in our past glory. Live in the moment of now, which is reality. Live in the reality of now. So you have to identify, or one of the major one, in fact, the one that really interests me the most is because you lack self-confidence. You lack self-confidence. You don't believe in yourself. Self-confidence is one, belief is one. You lack the belief. You lack the belief that I can do it no matter what. Can I tell you something? Am I not challenged too? I am challenged mentally. Things happen to me. I think of maybe my past is better, but my mentality, because of the things that I listen to, because of the things I'm being surrounded by, because of the constant, meditation, because of the constant development, because of the constant, learning that I do, listening that I do. These things were able to help me to move ahead my adversity, to make me look at my past, that what are the lessons that I know that I will look at everything that has happened to me always comes with two things. The first is the lessons. After the lessons, ladies and gentlemen, what happened is that the blessing is going to come. You have to look at your past and say, what have I learned from my past? How has my past helped me? Let's stop living. And the other one that we talk about also is to quit blaming. Don't stop blaming people. Stop blaming people for everything that has happened to you. Stop it. If you don't stop blaming, complaining, murmuring, whining, you will not be able to live up to the best of your potentials, because you just keep talking. You're constantly looking for who to blame for everything. Oh, somebody showed you an opportunity, showed you something that is going to help you to, have more financially, to grow more financially, to help your business grow more. Maybe perhaps it didn't work out the way the person has thought of it. Perhaps it works for the person and it didn't work out for you. Are you supposed to blame the person? Are you supposed to look at the person and say, you are the cause of why I'm not progressing or why my life is not getting better? Why not take responsibility? I said on Monday that accepting responsibility is the greatest form of human maturity. You have to be able to take it. The more you accept that responsibility, guess what happens? You grow more in knowledge, in understanding. You grow more, things, thoughts, ideas will start coming in. How you're able to maturely handle things. How you can navigate through things whereby you're not going to be caught short again. How you're able to do things whereby is your reality will constantly be moving in the progressive trend. And ladies and gentlemen, this is very real. It's as real as everything. Now the question is, Afolabi, do you also go through this? I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I've been really, truly honest with everyone here that has been following up on this program. I go through this. I'm human. There's been that moment in my life whereby, when I was about going full-time into entrepreneurship, I was doing entrepreneurship on a part-time level. In fact, the last job that I officially dropped as an entrepreneurship, as a full-time, worker was being an employed person then was in January of 2016. That was when I dropped my full-time engagement. In Nigeria, my salary then, the last salary I was earning, it was 250,000 naira. That was what they were paying me. I dropped that job, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to quit that job. As at that period, there was a sort of crisis at where I was working, not because of maybe there was a theft or anything. The crisis has to do with government and the company advised, because it's now becoming this, social, political crisis that is leading to Niger Delta. So my boss advised me, Afolabi, why not go to Lagos, because this terrain is not safe, because, you're not from here. So I was in Lagos. I wasn't willing to go into it. But I was already a part-time as an entrepreneurship. I was doing business part-time. Guess what? That afforded me the opportunity, the luxury of going into full-time. But why did I went into full-time? Because, as at that time I was thinking, coming back to Lagos, where are you going to see a job that, in fact, the job part was not even coming into my mind. All I was saying is that this is a better time for me to pick up on my full-time job. I just thought of that I want to pick up on my full-time entrepreneurship job. And guess what? I went through a moment whereby, I was, 10,000 naira was a big deal for me. 5,000 naira at that moment was a big deal. Can you imagine how much I was earning? Can you imagine what has happened to me? So when I tell you that I have been through that part, I've been through, apart from my salary, then there are still some allowances that came as the head of operations for the company. I was almost thinking that, can I go back? I don't mind if, can you imagine if has always been the major problem? If, but I said, no. Doing my part-time entrepreneurship, that afforded me to go into full-time entrepreneurship. Then I swallowed it up. I decided to go through the pain, the agony. In fact, I tell you something, at the moment, my wife told me, Afolabi, why not even go and try some company? Do you know, out of frustration, I went to a company and the company told me, I'm too qualified. I'm too qualified to be given employment. Guess what? Because the salary I was bidding for, they were not willing to pay it. Can you imagine? So that is another frustration because the kind of income I was expecting to get, it wasn't coming. But guess what? I kept on going. I kept on believing. I was forced to go for that thing. My wife was the one that told me, Afolabi, go try it out. But I needed to listen, not to make her look like I am not capable or I'm not competent to apply for it. But guess what? I have this thing inside of me that Afolabi, this is the time. Pick up this entrepreneurship, is going to pay and it's going to change your life. I was doing it part-time and I went full-time, ladies and gentlemen. I went full-time. The moment I went full-time, I had adversity. I had a very terrifying time. It was heartbroken. There was no money. In fact, I was calling on my friend to borrow me 5,000 naira to add into what I have in my pocket. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? But is it better right now? I'll tell you, I'm better. Personal growth and development, very key. I am better mentally. While I was doing my full-time, I was learning. At that place of work, I was reading, I was listening to audios, mentors, I was building my life. As if I know I was ready for the now. But when the now came, as a that reality that I didn't want to step out, what happened is that I was forced to go and study more, develop more, to become more, so that I can earn more, ladies and gentlemen. End of story, period. And that is what has gotten me this far. Are you going to face challenges? Yes. Are you going to face that storm in your life? Yes. Are you going to face that moment where it all seems cloud, where it all seems that it's not working? Yes. Are you going to see that period whereby it will look like it's all clouded, there is no sunshine again or sunlight? Yes. But guess what? You have to be motivated by the excitement of winning than you losing. You have to be excited and motivated by the excitement of winning. Winning should be what drives you. Winning should be what moves you. The fear of losing should be lower than your excitement of winning. So my excitement of winning in life was far greater than the fear of me losing. I don't want to settle for life. I weigh my life. If I kept going through the job, yes, I'm going to find a company that want to pay me about the same amount, and then guess what? Will I be able to have achieved the things I've achieved? I can tell you, never. What I had, what I know, in fact, the way I've developed myself, no place you take me. You can take anything, everything from me, but with what I know, how I personally developed myself, I will pick up from zero and I will grow to hero. That is how interesting it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that moment will come. That moment, well, it all seems cloud. Every moment of adversity in your life, like I said, comes with two questions. It leaves you with a moment whereby you look at it that, will I, or what have I learned? And then if you are able to quickly realize that, then that will gear you towards your blessing. So I want to charge you up this morning. Whatever storm you are facing, whatever terrible time you're facing right now, you're thinking that somebody is responsible. I want you to first leave the person. I want you to pick up your life and tell yourself, I am ready for it. I want you to tell yourself that my past will be in my past. I am responsible for my actions. You have to blame you first. Take it to yourself, even if it is not you. Take it that you are the one responsible for your downfall. Don't blame nobody. Pick it to yourself. I tell you, this has helped me several times. Several adversities, several things that have happened to me. I took it to myself. I blame myself. Well, it is me. So when I blame myself, then I started looking at it that, okay, what do I need to do right? What are the things I need to do right? So I started thinking. I started working on myself. I started listening to mentors, book, tapes, function. I started listening to the kind of things I want to listen to. I cut off bad friends. I cut off bad association. People that ain't going anywhere. I focus on me and my future. Does it get better? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every single time. All right, guys. I hope you got value for being on this program. I keep on firing on more, guys. But let's leave it for the rest. All right. So I hope you got value, and I hope you can look at these things to help push further in life. You see, life will not give to you what you want, what you need. Life will only give to you what you deserve. What do you deserve out of life, ladies and gentlemen? B, don't let the fear of losing be greater than your excitement of winning. Keep on going. Keep on going. The better days are ahead of you. If you've gone through that adversity, always know that it comes with two blessings. One of the first is the lessons you've learned from it. Hold your past as a lesson. Don't let it be, a sort of things that will hold you. Just look at it as a lesson, and then the blessings will emanate in no time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw you to curtain here on today's program of wealth Secrets Mindset Mentorship Club. We encourage you to subscribe, like, and follow us on our YouTube page to get more value for your time, and then follow us in this mentorship class. We are not motivating you. We don't motivate you. All we do is to teach you the principles that will help you to live the very best of your life. And so therefore, you begin to grow mentally, you equip more, and you are rich and you are more educated on the necessary steps you need to go. Take care, guys.